Hey everybody, welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic. We are on Ruhnuk because we had to go talk to Lane Vizsla. She has something for us from the last big arc.
Good, you made it. I've
Well,
been working
two arcs
nonstop
ago.
trying to get this Basilisk droid functioning again, but I haven't had much luck. I'm even looking at busted droids for compatible parts. There are so few records of how these things work, let alone how to repair them. I've got one last lead that I haven't tried, but it's something I could use your help with.
Restoring the Basilisk droid is a worthy cause. I'm in.
I knew I could count on you. I scoured the HoloNet and I couldn't find anything on Basilisk droid construction, but I found someone who might know. There's this guy who calls himself the Curator. He buys the rarest defunct droids all over the galaxy for ridiculous amounts of credits. We're talking, I don't even want to know what he did to earn this kind of credits. I know it's just a hunch, but I bet this guy knows something about Basilisk droids. He might even have one.
Have you tried to contact this curator person?
I can't go broadcasting that I have an intact Basilisk droid. Who knows who would be listening? This has to be in person. The problem with this guy is he's a total recluse. He uses proxies at auctions and private courier companies to deliver his purchases. But with a little patience, I finally managed to slice into the shipping manifest that includes one of his latest purchases, the Eye of G0T0.
No, no, no,
Here's the
no.
plan. I know where the Eye is going and when it's going to get there. You dress as the courier and deliver a fake Eye of G0T0 before the real
Godo?
courier gets there. If he thinks you're from the
Lane.
courier company, you should be able to talk to him directly. Try and find out what he knows about Basilisk droids.
It's actually kind of weird hearing somebody say G0T0 and not Godo. Because even in Knights 2, it is just Godo. But, okay, sweet. Um, what if he doesn't know anything about Basilisk droids?
Someone who collects the oldest, rarest droids has to have at least heard of Basilisk droids. My gut says he's our guy. I'm pretty sure I can build a convincing replica of the Goto Eye. I just
There we
need the
go.
right components. I pulled a few favors and got a courier uniform lined up. A fake authentication certificate, too. You bring me the pieces, and I'll help you put together your disguise.
I guess that also answers question 2 from earlier. That was the other option. Because I was going to ask how we were going to pull that off. Um, you seem very excited about all this.
Of course I'm excited. This is the best lead I've had in weeks. Come find me when you've collected the parts for everything. We're so close, I can feel it.
Alrighty. I guess let's go do that. So what do we need to do that? Well, I guess we'll just kind of one step at a time this and figure it out. I was not expecting a Goto reference of all characters. Because they had been very careful not to do too many Knights 2 references. Obviously, the whole premise of this game is to answer the question that Knights 2 presented, but like Knights 2 was also made by Obsidian and not BioWare, and then this game is made by BioWare, and Drew Karpyshyn was kind of back into like the writing of a lot of this story. Well, he wrote the Revan novel at the very least, which sets up a lot of the answers for Knights 2 while also presenting some of the questions that this game had to answer. But like also because of that and how the two game like how the Knights 1 and 2 were made by different studios, and how, like, you can tell Drew Karpyshyn doesn't like some of the characters from Knights 2. Like, he does not like Mitra Surik. That's probably the weakest part of the Revan novel. Like, other than that, the Revan novel is really good, but his writing for Mitra Surik is where it's kind of lacking. Um, but, like, and part of that's because it's not his original character, so I get why, like, he might have found it harder to write for Mitra, because he didn't ever work for Obsidian, so he had no connection to this character. Whereas Revan was his character. Revan was a character he made, and he wrote a lot of the story for. Um, so I think that's where some of the problems lied with how things went down regarding how that happened. Anyways, main point. This game also very much is like in the we don't really know how to write some of these characters because they're not ours. And so Mitra, it does appear in this game as a Force Ghost for a little bit. Um, but they also make it very clear not to like not to make her a main character. Whereas Revan, came back to freaking like do so much at an entire like okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let him kill me. I forgot to bring any companion. I was dumb on that one. I didn't realize I had 0 companions with me. Um, so let's get away from here so we can heal. Um, but yeah, so like so far, Mitra had been the only real connection to like stuff that happened in Knights 2. Let me fix some stuff. Maybe that'll fix it. It's being a little laggy. Even though I'm using custom, which means it should be fine because it should be set to what my computer says. But um, but yeah, so like Mitra's really the only connection we've had to Knights 2 thus far, and so like, oh, this is somehow worse. Oh, 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 oh. What the frick? Okay, let's see. Well, first let's get a companion up in here before we get into some more fighting. It'd be funny if I brought Shay in, even though technically we have no idea where Shay is at the moment in the game. Like, she's supposed to be disappeared off of everybody's radar at the moment. Um, let's actually bring in. Bring in HK. He's almost level 6. Let's get him to level 6. Thank you, HK. Alright. Oh, come on. God damn. How is this? How is it somehow worse than custom? It's too high. Maybe that'll fix it. Sorry y'all are having to watch this. I know it's not the most interesting, but I can continue explaining lore though in the meantime. So yeah, like at the moment, like Godo is like the only other reference we've really had to Knights 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe there's a few other references here and there that I can't immediately think of. I mean, there's some skins and costumes of the others, but really anything outside of Knights 1 has been kind of not really mentioned in any relevant capacity. And I'd argue even this Godo thing is not really of a relevant capacity. It's just a nice little Easter egg at most. And even then, anybody who likes Knights 2 does not like Godo. Godo's kind of the problem because of like how he decides to look at what's happening in Knights 2. I mean, you can sway him and make him and change his mind because Knights 2 is actually really good at that part. That's like one of the things that Knights 2 kind of brings to the forefront of its story is that you can. It's one of the early RPGs that was like you can sway your party and make them think a little bit more like you, but without actually, without forcing your ideas onto them. But the more they like you, the more they're willing to hear you out and agree with you. And like that's now like in every RPG, like that is now like a mainstay in most RPGs that have a companion or party system with like NPC party members. Um, Even Baldur's Gate 3, which is like one of the more recent games that we've like played on the channel as an RPG, that Baldur's Gate 3 does it and effectively very well. Um, Bioware kind of did it as well. Bioware is a little bit more because even trying to think of the timeline when things came out, I still don't like how the game is acting. Um, Trying to think on the timeline how things were like within relative like relation to each other. Trying to remember Dragon Age. Yeah, Dragon Age was after. So Dragon Age, I guess, took that concept as well because like Knights 2 kind of was the first to do that idea, and then Dragon Age kind of continued an idea that Bioware had already done that was similar, but also took some parts of like Knights 2, and they did the I forget the terms that they called it, but it was like either made them more willing to do like be better people, or you made them worse people essentially. Once again, something that we've seen with Larian do with Baldur's Gate 3. Another example of something that BioWare and Obsidian kind of at the forefront of a lot of RPG mechanics and storytelling, in my opinion. Um, I do think that other games have vastly improved on those concepts. Once again, going to point to Baldur's Gate 3. Um, but yeah, so like, Goto, I guess, was one of those characters that you could make him better. But like, nobody bothered with Goto that I know of, anyways. If you played Knights 2 and you bothered trying to make Goto a better person, go ahead and leave that down below. But I don't know anybody that bothered. I know most people kind of just left Goto on the Evan Hawk and called it a day, which is absolutely fair. The man thought, or the droid thought it was a great idea leave, to send assassins after the Last Jedi, even though they needed them alive. And to be fair, they sent bounty hunters. And they did say it was a live contract. But also, you do this during a time when the Sith are also hunting down every Jedi because it's very Knights 2's premise is very much like there's like a few Jedi left. It's very much Jedi Purge, the original version, because it takes place, uh, HK. Why were you not healing me? Oh God, did I have him on like tank or DPS and not realize it? Oh, I probably did. And now we gotta wait. We're gonna stealth through here. I'm not fighting all these guys. Fuck this. Especially if it turns out I did have HK on healing and he did not. He just didn't. And instead got into a fist fight with this guy, which ruined everything. Yeah, he was on healing. What the fuck, HK? You should have been healing me. Why the fuck were you doing that? That was dumb. Okay, yeah, we're just stealthing through. Fuck this. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Probably a good idea to find out. I was, in fact, not going the right way. Okay. Stealthy stealth. We switched to this class when we got the option to for a reason, so let us make use of it, I guess. We need to go this way. But yeah, oh shit. We're just gonna run for it. Running, 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 running. Running, 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 running. Running, 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 running. Let me force cloak and I will, god damn it. I'll do it. If HK dies, I'll frickin' do it. Oh, did he actually run past them well enough? Yeah, he did. Yeah. Good job. Okay, we're actually gonna get. Hey, get over here. Get over here. We're gonna get out of stealth so we can get healed. I'll play with my Ebon Hawk, and you heal me and yourself. Go ahead and stealth and grab that. We are gonna get our asses whooped. Oh, surprisingly not. Okay, stealth again. Alright, where do we need to go? Alright, we need to get out of here. Let's do that. Happily. This way is actually back this way. Oh, not these guys again. Just gonna quick travel.
Ready for departure.
must be after something special. No other reason to stick around here.
Dust is getting into everything.
Pack your kit. You're on patrol.
Not expecting to unintentionally take a long route like this, but that seems to be the way we have gone. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. Eventually. I think it's... Oh, no, it's not even this one. It's all the way over there. Best way to get to it is actually going this way. And there's the giant hole. There's a giant hole. And then we gotta get all the way over here. Oh, come on. All the way over there. There it is. I think that's it. Fuck. Does HK keep getting into these fights? Why is he not just fucking healing me? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened here? I'm actually legitimately annoyed. Because what the fuck just happened there? HK is on healing, but he's not fucking healing even his goddamn self. And then look at my dumbass face in this game. Like, look at me as I'm laying there because HK couldn't heal his goddamn self. Oh, can't get. Yeah, look at that dumb shit. Look at him. Just lie there because his goddamn droid couldn't heal himself. That's actually legitimately annoying. Um, Broadsword, because you guys are now the owners of this game, not Bioware. Hey, what the fuck? What happened there? Why is HK not on heals when he's on heal when I got him set to heals? Let's hide back here real quick while we recover, and by that I mean I recover. God damn it. Okay. We are going to switch roles for you real quick. You're going to become a damager. But not really. We're actually going to switch you back to heals. Let's see if that fucking does anything. Let's see if that reflects. I mean, it's not gonna matter now because there's only the one guy left. Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe I still get my ass whooped because HK decides to not heal us, even as we should have an easy victory. Why is he fisticuffing? What the fuck, HK? Why are you acting like a goddamn tank? You are heals. Jesus Christ. Is it because you're not... Am I doing something... Did I do something wrong? I don't think so. I think... Do we have a gun for you, buddy? Because maybe that's all you want out of life. Maybe we need to give you a gun. I don't have a gun to give you though. That's the problem. I don't get guns. That's just not what I pick up. You should have your own weapon. Every other companion brings their own weapon to the party. You should do the same. Um, okay. I guess let's finish the tuning. So we can have our fake Goto eye. I'm gonna guess they're not gonna make us go too far. I'm gonna guess they're just gonna make us kill the probe droids that are like right outside. Well, yeah, pretty much. Not quite right outside, but close enough that I'll consider that right outside. HK, you better fucking heal me. God damn it, HK. There you go. I see you doing some progress. You should be consistently doing it, but I see you doing it. For once. Okay. Do that in the meantime. Okay, so now we gotta go to Meksha. We can do that. Let's get out of here. Another piece of the puzzle.
Disappointment subroutines engaged. Disappointment subroutines engaged.
Let's see where I have to actually go. We might just have to go down there and whoop, whoopsies. And actually just get a ride and figure out where we need to go from there.
indicates you are cleared for the following travel routes.
We're at least gonna get the certificate, and then we'll call it. Because it is past the time for this episode, but let's go ahead and grab what we need to since we're already here real quick. And then we'll do it, and then we'll call it. It's so good. I'm not gonna pass it up. I got my eye on you. Fair enough. All right. We will fly to Dantooine, but we're not gonna get the uniform. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and if you really like our content, check out the Patreon, which is linked down below, where you can watch our content before it is released publicly on YouTube. Also, be sure to check out our Discord, which is also linked down below, so you can become a part of our community and come hang out with us, and all that good stuff. So thank you once again for watching. See you all next time. Have a good one. Bye.